From the beginning, it was obvious the land was going to play a pivotal role in the life of Margie Yates Jenkins. For nearly 100 years, Jenkins has brought life into the world through her children and the propagation of countless plants through her family nursery. All of it has given her a purpose.
We live so close to nature that we learn a lot more about life and its meaning.
I understand you started these from one single plant, right?
I got the mama plants from New Zealand.
New Zealand?
I love Betsy. Now, Betsy's bud. In the spring of the year, it's a renewing of life all over again. And it's like we have another chance to do better at whatever we've done the year before.
Jenkins and her husband Bryant's first venture into plants involved growing watermelons as a cash crop. Their success with watermelons would be the seed that grew into a large, thriving nursery business.
I don't know, I guess I've always had that urge in me to grow. And I'm sure that I talked my husband into it. And we planted a little patch of watermelons, and they turned out pretty good. It didn't cost a lot to put in, and it would give us a chance to buy maybe a piece of used equipment.
Success with watermelons allowed them to start their own commercial nursery. The launch of their business met with immediate success, but it was also accompanied by some difficult lessons in plant rearing.
It was wax ligustrum, and we took really good care of them, and we sold them at a nice little profit. We took part of that money and bought some azalea liners that fall, put them out in the field, and Bryant didn't know any better, so he fertilized them just like he did the corn, and he killed every one of them right down the road. But we learned a lot the hard way. That's a ditch right there, and it's hard for me to cross it. And I took a handful of cuttings off of it and started rooting them.
Jenkins is well known for her cultivation of native plants and using them in the nursery trade. Her love for native plants, especially azaleas, was instilled in her early in life. But it was a horticulture class she took in her 50s that made her realize that growing plants from seedlings was her passion.
When you plant them, you have to plant them on sphagnum moss. But this is a seedling. I guess the first love of native plants I had was going with my dad fishing and seeing the native azaleas, or the wild honeysuckles we called them back then. They were so beautiful, and the fragrance, and I know that that's made an imprint on me way back then. But after I took that course, I knew without a doubt that my love was for growing. And the part of it I liked the best was the propagation part of it, trying to root things and then selecting out seedlings that were superior.
Jenkins has been recognized nationally for her expertise in plant breeding and her willingness to share that knowledge. The LSU Ag Center established an azalea research garden in her honor to acknowledge her significant contributions.
Well, about the only thing that was really dwarf about them was the flowers and the leaves.
For nearly a century, Margie Jenkins has been growing, nurturing, and sharing not only her plants, but her considerable wisdom. Whether running the roads of Tangipahoa Parish,
now we could all ride in this little vehicle right here,
or the narrow alleys of the nursery,
now I'll be slow.
She is showing no signs of slowing down, and she will share with you her secrets of a long life.
The first thing is probably doing what you like to do. Then studying, because I had to study a lot. And working, you gotta work. But when you're doing really what you like to do, it's not work. And then you gotta share. You gotta share.